UK Queen Elizabeth is not returning to Buckingham, and I'm going to share this with you. This UK part is important. In this article, it does state, this was just recent, Queen Elizabeth will stay at Windsor Castle indefinitely. So who's the monarch in the UK? Prince Charles tested positive for coronavirus, but he has been cured. There's no mention of him running taking the reins. Prince William relocated to Amner Hall in Norfolk. Prince Harry is now living in California. Boris Johnson is back at work, but he is not a part of the monarchy. He is the prime minister. So who is running the UK? The best to understand where I'm going with all this information is look at it from the standpoint of corona, which translates to the crown in Italian. Now, the crown, the monarchy, the leadership, who is running things around the world? I'm not saying that our president is king. My only king is God in heaven. However, on earth, who is actually running, who's making the world turn and make it happen? So let's talk about UK real quick. UK Commonwealth and its territories, because there are a lot of people from Canada, Australia, New Zealand. They're asking me, are we in? Is our country a part of GEARA? Because you probably aren't getting this kind of news. So just to give people an understanding about British territories, these territories are subject to British rule. So these are the countries that are subject to British rule. I'm going to leave that there for just a moment so you could take a look at all that, okay? Now, these are the countries that have a relationship, and they're actually, they report to the monarchy. So Jersey, Guernsey, and Isle of Man. Okay, now this is where your countries, those from Canada, those from Australia, this is going to be important for you. This is where the Commonwealth realm comes in. All right, so you are part of the UK Commonwealth, okay, countries that accept the crown, aka Queen Elizabeth, as their constitutional monarch. Okay, there you are. I'll read these countries. Okay, so you got Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, the Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Canada, Grenada, Jamaica, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Solomon Islands, Tuvalu. So those are the countries, but the ones that really caught my attention are the ones that I'm getting DMs from Patriots are from here, Australia, Canada, and where's it? Australia and Canada. Oh, yeah. So, and New Zealand. Here you go. So you're in, guys. Now I'm going to share this a little bit more. A Commonwealth realm is a country which has the Queen as its monarch. Those 15 countries are in addition to those in the UK that I just read above. Okay. If Australia is Commonwealth realm, this is where Chuk just shared this with me and I literally fainted. Okay. Then why would Australia file this document with the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States? Check this out. Treasury.gov.au. This was filed, it looks like it's filed on March. I left this URL up here so you can see March of 2019. And it's a 109-page document, so I'm only going to go just to the title of this page. This was filed in 2009. Hello, Barry, what were you doing then? Security and Exchange Commission, Washington, D.C., Commonwealth of Australia. I'm in shock. So click on here, or you can click on, just click on the picture, and it will take you to that document. All right? Again, that's something else I'd have to dissect. I've got about 7 or 8 other articles from just this one. So, okay, so brace yourself. The next article is the primary reason, I believe, my opinion, why President Trump wants to take down the IRS. This is a FOIA request to the Queen back in 2014. The Queen never responded. The title is, How Much Does the UK Receive from the US Federal Reserve? Oh, just the title alone just sends shivers up my spine here. Dear Her Majesty's Treasury, Americans pay a percentage of their taxes to the Queen of England via the IRS. The IRS is not an agency of the federal government. Neither is the Federal Reserve. But anyway, it's an agency of the IMF, which is an agency of the United Nations. No law has ever been passed legalizing the charging of income tax. The 1040 tax form is the payment of a foreign tax to the King and Queen of England. Guys, I know you're probably sitting there going, oh my gosh, what in the world? All right, so IRS is not a federal agency. Federal Reserve is not a federal, is not, neither one are part of the government. And we paying our taxes, it was going to the King and Queen of England. No wonder we're taking and seizing all of their assets and taking it back. They stole it from us, and they stole it from all those other countries I just showed you. You can read the rest of this, but I'll tell you, it was just like, this is the reason why the IRS, that President Trump wants to dismantle that crooked IRS. Now, are you seeing the bigger plan now? The good news is, in NESARA Part 4, we already showed how Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip broke their royal protocol to allow President Trump to walk in front of them and inspect the UK military. And I believe that was done intentionally for the entire world to see that the huge sign was that President Trump has quietly taken control over other countries. That control is going to lead to worldwide greatness. So, and this article was really a great article in NESARA Part 4 because it actually, excuse me, I went through, these are all the NESARA posts. It actually had shockwaves around the world. And it talked about the Queen Elizabeth, Buckingham assets, and so much more that was going on. And this was in the very beginning of the COVID crisis. So, but these were the pictures that were taken that it talks about the Federal Reserve being on lockdown or shut down for 4 weeks. And then here's Prince Philip walking behind President Trump. This dive is so deep. There's so many other tentacles, such as the global reset, gold standard, rainbow currencies, and much, much more. And I will broadcast those on separate broadcasts. This is giving you an overview of how great this transition to greatness really is, guys. It is so huge. My gosh, we're all going to have like a worldwide kumbaya. For those in other countries, remember, Q says the Great Awakening is worldwide. Now, this is unrelated to what we were talking about, but I just want you to know Q does keep identifying the Great Awakening as worldwide. President Trump and our military and the Justice Departments have done, they still have much, much more to do before this greatness happens. So while they are taking down the swamp and taking down Congress and taking down Mitt Romney maybe, and the Bidens and, exposing all the crimes, they still have more work to do. Let's continue to support our president, not question him, please, but to just support him in all that he's doing because he's had so many tremendous accomplishments. So you can click on that. It will take you to magapill.com. It lists all of President Trump's accomplishments, plus all his private swamp draining that we don't know about that he's done in the 3.5 years. All of that in 3.5 years. We truly have a president that's looking out for the best interest for the people of the world. That is our transition to greatness. God bless you all.